upon their arrival was almost unspeakable.
We thought all evil in some form or another. I'm not guilty.
The dead won't bother you. It's the living you gotta worry about.
If I couldn't keep them there with me whole, at least I felt that I could keep their skeletons.
Hello and welcome to the Bad Taste Crime Podcast. I'm Vicky.
I'm Rachel.
And we're back again.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're in the middle of a heat wave.
Oh my God.
I feel like it has become tradition for us to immediately talk about the weather in Illinois.
Midwestern girls.
At the top of the podcast. You want to hear something funny that I heard the other day? I was like, this tracks. I was watching, there's some like Midwestern guys on TikTok that I follow that are like the Midwestern comedians, right?
They're so funny. I know exactly who you're talking about.
He was talking on his podcast about, he was like, have you ever heard of Midwest Sober? Have you heard of Midwest Sober?
Yeah.
What is it? Do you know what it is?
Okay, now I don't know. Now I look foolish.
Because there's California Sober where you don't drink alcohol,
I was thinking, but
you smoke weed.
Yeah. I've never heard of Midwest Sober. I was thinking of California Sober.
As soon as I heard this, I was like, yeah, that's
Oh my God, what is it?
Midwest Sober is when you are drinking like hard liquor or like mixed drinks, and you all of a sudden are like, you're like, whoa, I'm getting a little tipsy, so you switch to beer.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
I was like, yep.
I was thinking of California Sober. I'm like, no, I love that.
I can't do that personally because if I just keep drinking beer, I'm just going to keep getting drunk. But like,
yeah,
I know a lot of people who are like, whoa, I'm feeling a little tipsy. I need to switch back to beer.
Which is so funny. That's very true.
Some real Midwest shit. Like,
you had to be here.
Oh God,
I can't drink beer. It's yucky.
I only drink beer in the summer.
I drink it never because it's yucky.
Yeah. Well, I'm playing volleyball at like bars and stuff, sand volleyball.
So get a White Claw.
Well, I'll start with an Angry Orchard, but where we play, our team, every night that we play, we get a free pitcher.
Oh,
and
that's
more people
nice.
drink beer. So
I understand.
You know what I
it's
mean?
like, it's cheap, it's there, it's cold.
Or like yesterday I was helping a friend of ours move and they're like, you want a beer? And I was like, you know what? That actually sounds really good.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Very much a summer beer drinker.
Get it.
Not really in the winter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, if this is your first time listening, a special hello to you. We've got a great show for you. But first, we're going to head over to the newsroom.
Bye.
Unfit to breathe, our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad.
This week we're talking about Sam's Club.
Sam's Club.
And a guy.
Costco's uglier sister.
Who really needed to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
We are talking about a Florida man.
Of course we are.
This happened on May 30th, 2025.
Oh, wow.
His name is Patrick Francis Mitchell. He was 70 years old. He was arrested for disorderly conduct and criminal mischief with damages over $1,000 for urinating on $10,000 worth of food at a Sam's Club.
Bro.
Yeah. He has not stood trial for this. He did enter a not guilty plea, but he's accused of urinating on pallets containing 345 cans of Spam and 888 cans of Vienna sausages.
Not the Vienna sausages.
Not the sausages.
Ew. Sir.
And obviougly, they had to throw all the inventory away.
Well, of course.
This is not like a let's sanitize and resell situation.
No.
Even though I'm like, there are worse things that you could be peeing on, right? There's stuff that comes in like paper bags.
That's what I'm thinking. Or like a pallet of open grapes.
Yeah, right. Like literal fruit on the celery. Like, yeah.
Piss on my celery.
Yeah. So another customer.
Oh my God.
Claims that he saw this. He alerted employees. They got the surveillance video and everything. And he was in the store for an extra 10 minutes after the incident, paid for his stuff, and left.
What the fuck?
And then they later used his Sam's Club membership to identify this person.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
ironic.
He is accused. He has not been convicted of any crimes, but he has been charged. He will be in court at the end of June.
I feel bad because like he's elderly, but it's like you could be like, hey man, oopsie doodle.
Yeah.
Tell somebody, don't just be like, well,
and I've seen some of the messes the elderly may sometimes
yeah.
leave in the bathroom when I have been working at the bowling alley. Frankly, when I worked at Best Buy, like
retail employees know old people be blowing up the bathroom.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily think it's an intentional thing.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. Sometimes I think it might be, but
sometimes you hear nature's call
and you just don't sit down fast enough.
Yeah,
Which I've been there too, where I'm like, oh my God, I might not make it.
Oh yeah.
Those are the moments that I'm like, I get it now.
But like I feel like if I were an old guy and I
Yeah.
were next to a pallet and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to pee my pants. Like, sit down.
But also, doesn't it sound like he was just spraying?
It
like
does.
fire hose left to
I
right?
wonder if he even knew. He was just like, oh, it feels a little warm down my down under. What's going on?
Well, does he have to be like peed his pants? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, he got it on stuff, so he'd have to be standing on a pallet while he's peeing his pants.
Oh, that's
You know what I'm
fair.
saying?
And he had to have like his fly open.
Yeah, I feel like if they got it on video and they're
Release the
able
video.
to
We need
to
details.
charge him with that,
Yeah.
then it probably was pretty obvious that he was intentionally urinating
That's what
on
I'm
the
thinking.
product. Yeah,
Because like old people have accidents, but this does not sound like that.
I don't think so.
What did
This one
spam
doesn't
ever do
sound
to
like
you,
that.
sir?
Dude, spam is hella good.
It is good.
It is. We're going to move on to Netflix and Kill. This week, we are talking about, I'm going to get the name right,
Let me get the name right.
the search for Instagram's worst con artists.
Ooh.
And this one I went back to, I hadn't watched yet, but I went back to watch because there is a new-ish Netflix series based on this case. It's like a fictionalized called...
Oh, cool.
Oh, what is it called?
I don't know.
Hold
if you
on.
know, call in.
No.
Tell us.
It is called Apple Cider Vinegar.
Oh, I've seen that.
That's about this case also. So Search for Instagram's Worst Con Artist is a documentary that looks at the story of Belle Gibson, who at the time she was 21 years old. She was a social influencer. She came onto Instagram claiming that she had cured her terminal cancer through wellness and healthy eating.
I bet she did.
Changing her diet, using, I don't know, natural supplements.
Whatever.
People were very inspired. There were a lot of people who had cancer that were like, we love your story.
That's so
we
sad.
Yeah. And frankly, when you are becoming a social influencer, you'll know right away if you're going to be successful or not. You know what I'm saying?
Think
Like,
so.
it kind of either takes off or it doesn't.
Yeah.
And when it does take off, it's like a huge thing.
Yeah.
Like a big boom. And so that's what happened definitely here. She was doing interviews. She's making a lot of money. She's releasing cookbooks.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, she really is
What
capitalizing.
an asshole.
Well, guess what? Turns out she never had cancer.
Duh.
A lot of her story is made up.
She didn't eat her cancer away with carrots and like
Definitely
asparagus.
not. She misleads all of these people online.
Fuck that lady.
The documentary was really interesting because I believe this was the first time that some of her family members have spoken from her.
Oh, that's
her
interesting.
biological family, her actual family. Her brother was on being like, yeah, this is not like the person that I grew up with. She was always very attention seeking. Like, she was kind of a punk kid, like an emo kid kind of. So she was like hanging out with some, you know, maybe not so great characters and like doing this, you know, more. It seems like she sort of morphs into whatever you need her to be. Most people will know Belle Gibson from, you see this come up every once in a while, the interview with the Australian woman, because she is Australian, where she's like, so how old are you? And she's like, I've been raised that I am 24 years old. And she's like, okay, but how old are you?
That's right.
That is Belle Gibson.
That's the one, because everyone
And she's
always
like,
is like,
well,
that interviewer pulls no punches.
Yeah, I've been raised to believe that I was 24.
Girl,
but
that's not
she's
an
like,
answer.
okay, well, how old are you? You know what I mean? Like,
answer the fucking
that
question.
video comes up I see it every once in a while, like
I have
making the
seen
rounds
that.
again. Yeah, that is Belle Gibson.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And that interview is taking place as all of this is coming out. Like, all of the realization that actually she's been lying about her cancer diagnosis and a lot of the things that she's been telling her followers. That interview was like an attempt to
smooth it over.
Yes.
And it just made it so much worse. Yes. That's amazing.
Yes.
People who lie about having cancer are the worst.
Yeah.
Fuck those people.
Yeah, fuck those people.
Don't
indeed.
do that.
Indeed. It is on Netflix. It's 2-hour-long episodes, so it's a very, very short series. But the story is just kind of insane.
Yeah.
And I have not yet watched Apple Cider Vinegar. I do want to get around to watching that.
Yeah,
but
I want to try it.
it's more of it's almost like this other girl being in competition with her for these Instagram followers, and then they find out that she's been lying.
Because you
the
said
whole
it's
time.
like fictionalized.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's like a fictionalized.
Because it's such an
version of the
interesting
series.
concept. Yeah, let's watch both and then report back.
But definitely check this out. It's called The Search for Instagram's Worst Con Artist. She is a real piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck her.
Fuck her indeed.
Yeah.
She did get charged with some things eventually, and got banned from
Oh, good.
doing certain things, I think in Australia, but I don't even know.
Ew.
Yeah. Anyway.
Ew.
This is that part of the show where we say content may not be appropriate for all listeners. Man, my mouth is moving faster than my brain today.
Me too.
It is not the first time today that I've just been blah, 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 blah. Yeah. This week, we're definitely going to be talking about murder.
Yeah,
but it's
mine has,
old-timey murder, so...
It is old-timey murder. Mine has a little bit of old-timey young child murder. But
my
not,
glasses
I
are
won't
filthy.
go graphic. Oh, yeah,
I'm
mine
just
are
looking at you through a blur. After this, I'm going to have to...
It's my DIY filter that is just on.
You
me at
came
all
in
times.
and you smeared jelly on my lenses to give it that 90s
DIY
porn
filter.
star look.
Whitens my teeth, smooths out my face. You can't
Smooths
see
out
my,
everything.
You can't see my
Everything
eyelid
in the world is
eczema.
smooth. This week, I wanted to go talk about a place that we actually do not talk about.
Yeah, I was wondering why
frequently.
you picked this one.
Yeah, well, I'm we do, and maybe this says something about where crime is happening or where murders are happening or what we find most interesting. But we have done multiple, there's a handful of states that we've just done multiple episodes on because the people coming out of those states
are nuts. Is one of them Florida?
Florida is one. We've done a couple on Ohio, definitely Illinois,
Probably
California, New York, I think, Texas. Yeah, I mean, it's I think we did one on Washington. I mean, but there's some that we just revisit all the time.
Yeah.
This week, I wanted to talk about South Dakota.
Yes.
And it's funny because I was like, well, we haven't really talked about crime in the Dakotas at all, North or South. But when you Google crime in the Dakotas, South Dakota is literally the only thing that comes up. There's
that's what I noticed too.
Yeah, zero about North Dakota.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because there's no people living there or if the
Fair.
But it could mean that the crime rates in North Dakota are significantly lower, or it could just mean that the crime rates in South Dakota are significantly
so
higher.
much higher. Right.
I'm not really sure, but here we are. Not sure what's going on in Dakota.
Here we are in
and
sunny South Dakota.
Yeah.
There's mountains.
Yeah. Cows.
Yeah.
Some horses.
Probably.
Wild hogs.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, that's... Anyway. I am going to take another trip back to the 1800s. I feel like I've been doing this a lot.
I love old-timey murder.
I do too. But I wanted to travel back, especially because in that area during that time, there was just a lot of crazy shit going on.
For sure.
So I want to talk about the human monster, William Konecki. Crazy. This guy. There isn't honestly much about his early life.
Right, which makes sense.
1800s. But what we do know is that in 1884, Konecki emigrated from Germany to the United States.
Okay.
He landed first in Mountain Home, Idaho.
Ew.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry.
When he first got there, he was running a shoe shop.
Okay.
But didn't seem like the retail life was the life for him. So
his job got taken by some elves.
That's what it was. Before we pushed them to extinction.
Yeah.
So instead, he decided to go into farming.
Okay.
And he purchases a herd of sheep.
Nice.
And he keeps them at a farm near, or a grazing area near Rocky Bar.
Okay.
Because They might still do something similar, but I feel like when you have farmland and animals now, generally it is fenced off. Maybe that's not the case, but at least back in the day, they would have like a farm and then there would be a separate area of land where they just like let the sheep graze and they'd have a herder sort of watching over.
Oh, yeah.
But it was just like open. It wasn't like fenced in.
That's dumb.
Because this is also too, I think, before there were like land claims and like... all
I
these
bet they
things.
lost a lot of animals.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. So, at some point, Konecki meets Regina Kopp through a marriage bureau.
Ooh.
Which is like it was an arranged marriage service that was super popular.
Yes.
It's like,
Pre-Tinder.
Pre-Tinder, like mail order bride, internet stuff.
You just sent in your info and they were like, here you go.
Yeah, they're like, we have a match. She'll be there in fortnight. They'll be there
popular.
in a fortnight.
Yeah, in a fortnight.
So he meets his wife through that. And she, I believe, is also German.
Okay.
There's
Cool.
huge immigration.
He's like, OMG, sprechen Sie Deutsch? She's like, I do.
Yeah. As the farm grew, Konecki was forced to hire some farmhands to help out with the increasing workload, something that he did not seem that excited about. I'm sure
Understandable.
it had to do with having to like pay them.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to share the money he's making with other people.
Maybe his wife was
whatever.
super hot and he just didn't want anybody else to see her.
I mean,
Keep her sequestered in the hills. The Black Hills.
Maybe. Luckily, Kopp's nephew was coming from Germany also and immediately had a job when he arrived. They were like, perfect, someone in the family.
Great.
His name was Koninger.
Okay.
And he was really only referenced by last name. Like, there's not a lot of people know his first name. So,
Probably
Koninger.
Hans. I'm thinking Hans.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. He was at the farm in Idaho for around a year and a half before he mysteriously disappeared.
Oh, no.
When Konecki tried to replace him, he would tell prospective farmhands that his former employee had decided to return to Germany.
Convenient.
It is convenient.
Uh-huh.
But the German consulate caught wind of this claim and decided to investigate a little bit.
Good.
So they contact Koninger's parents in Germany, and they're like, we haven't heard from him in like a while.
Is he with you?
Yeah, which also you would be talking about hearing from somebody maybe once every month, maybe two.
Yeah.
At the speed that like mail and stuff traveled.
Yup, especially overseas.
Yes, exactly. So like
In the
it was
1800s, it would be several months.
Yes. Yeah. So
That's
the fact that it
crazy.
was longer than that, and they were like, yeah, we have not heard from him.
Strange.
They also were like, we have this note that Konecki had given to Koninger saying that he owed him $800.
Oh.
And he had not made good on that yet. So the consulate went to Konecki, demanded that the money be paid, and Konecki was like, I already did it.
Oh, you did? That was so nice of you.
Yeah. He, quote unquote, already did it.
I did that.
Yeah. So the townspeople catch wind of this, and they start wondering why Koninger left so abruptly. But most people just believed that Konecki had killed him.
Well, right.
Because they're like,
That's what I'm
weird.
believing so far.
But they didn't have any real proof.
Right.
So the authorities offered a $1,000 reward for information on his whereabouts to try to drum up some leads. Assuming he had become worried, somebody was on his trail.
Right.
Konecki was last seen riding a horse to Trinity Mountain, which is this area that presumably Koninger had been murdered to likely dispose of evidence before burning down a shack that he owned.
That's what innocent people do.
Cover their tracks?
Yeah, burn stuff down.
And it
I
is
believe him now.
presumed that Koninger's body may have been in the shed that he was burning down.
I think that's a fair assumption.
Yeah. So by the time they got up there, he would have been ash.
Or he threw him off a mountain.
Who knows?
You're in
Who
hilly
knows?
territory.
With lots of animals.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Yeah, who knows? Again, none of that is proven. He was just, they knew he went off in this area, and that later the shack that he burned down. And there was, outside of that, little to no evidence of anything
I think we call that
else.
circumstantial evidence.
Nowadays
Yeah.
you do that.
Yeah.
Back then, they're just like, that's weird.
Yeah.
So, in the spring of 1900, a sheep owner named Litzen was discovered on a trail between his farm and Konecki's farm. They were like, I get the impression that they may have been rival sheep herders.
Okay.
Or that there may have been some dispute between the two parties because they're like neighbors, basically.
Yeah.
So his body is discovered on this trail between the two farms. Litzman did not believe in banks and carried most of his money on him, and people knew this.
Okay.
But when his body was discovered,
No
they did not
money.
find any.
Wow, that's crazy. I bet the sheeps took it. They're all in Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah. Back then, 1800s Vegas.
Yeah, the sheep going to Vegas.
Konecki was getting it from all angles at this point. People are like suspecting him of Koninger's murder. Now Litzman has turned up
Not
dead.
looking good for this guy.
He was also under investigation at the time because he had violated a law about herding diseased sheep and was being charged with that.
You'll sicken the flock. You fool.
Yeah, you fool.
What?
So he was actually being charged with that, and in the meantime being looked at for Koninger's disappearance and Litzman's murder.
Yeah.
So he was like, peace out. It's time to go.
Goodbye.
So he skipped town for the sheep herding charge, conveniently coinciding with the discovery of Litzman's body.
Right.
I wonder, I'm just thinking now too, I wonder if maybe Litzman like had some knowledge of the diseased sheep issue and like turned him in.
Oh, maybe. He was
I'm wondering, I don't know.
Your sheep keep coughing on my sheep. I'm going to call the authorities.
Because that honestly was some stuff that happens later. Like that would kind of make sense.
It does make
that
sense.
he would do like a retaliatory murder.
Right. And I mean, I'm sure like two like crotchety farmers on the same stretch of land. I'm sure it's like, hey, you give those back. That one's my sheep. You know.
Right.
Whatever.
Right. I mean, I'm sure they were branded. Well, maybe not. Actually,
I don't think you
maybe
brand
not.
sheep.
Where
would you
do
brand it?
something?
I know in modern times they like paint them.
Oh, and they clip the ears too. They do like the ear tag things.
So maybe back in the day it was like, that one loves me. It's mine. You know.
I don't know about that. That doesn't seem like a very big legal basis for owning property.
Okay, well, carrying all your money on you because you don't believe in banks, there's also no legal basis for that.
Yeah, but how many people still fucking do that now? They're like, I'm never putting my money in a bank. I'm going to bury it in the backyard because
That's
fuck
so
those
dumb.
banks.
Or if you're dumb, you keep it under your mattress where it will grow mold.
Ew.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't
do
put
that.
anything
Don't.
under your mattress.
So Konecki leaves town. His wife stayed behind for a little bit to just like tie up some loose ends. Yeah, and then meets up with her husband.
Cool.
Later, it would be discovered that Konecki had poisoned Litzman, stole his money, and then just he didn't even bother disposing of the body. He just left it.
He was
on
like,
the
well, I'm
trail.
leaving anyway.
Yeah.
Anybody gonna pick that up?
After this little dust up, Konecki went back to Germany for a little bit before coming back to the U.S., and this time he landed in Cottonwood, South Dakota.
Okay.
He again decides to set up a farm, but what is a farm without livestock?
Yeah, true.
So Konecki stole 300 sheep from another farmer.
Okay, listen. That's a lot of sheep. They're gonna notice.
I know.
You
I'm
idiot.
Like, so you come in the middle of the night. I'm assuming dressed as a wolf.
Probably. Oh, true. Maybe he's a furry.
I mean, maybe. But like 300, it's not just like a handful of sheep.
He's like, grr.
A few nights at a time. You know what I mean? Like if they did like
300
5 at a
once.
time or something.
Right. Yeah. 300 sheep at once.
Yeah, 300 sheep.
This guy's a fucking idiot.
Steals them. He steals them from a farmer named James Cox.
He's making bad choices.
Boo. And starts his backup farm.
His bad.
Not his backup farm. His farm. His second farm.
Yeah.
Konecki was charged and convicted for this. He gets caught. He gets charged. He received a month in jail.
I bet he was sheepish.
And a $1,350 fine.
Okay.
He eventually gets another farm, starts the farm back up. He hires a farmhand named Charles Rohrbecker.
Cool name.
Right. Hard to say.
Very much so.
Of course, like all the others, Rohrbecker eventually disappears. Just like kind of out of
It's so
nowhere.
hard to find good help these days.
Yes. They just keep disappearing. I don't know what's wrong.
What's going on?
So Charles had a brother named William who came to the farm, started asking questions, was wondering where his brother was. Of course, there was an explanation for all of this. All of this. Konecki told told William that Charles had quit, and after that, he just left. And after that, he didn't know what happened to him. After he quit. So he quit and left.
Yeah.
But, he's got this opening now. So, like, if William wanted to work for him, you could take the opening. So
Hey, William, don't do that.
he takes the job.
William, you fucking idiot.
He takes the job.
William.
Now, while working,
Please.
William meets Andrew Demler, who was already employed by Konecki.
Okay.
He had already been there for like a number of months before William arrived.
Cool.
And so he gets to know Demler a little bit. And William learns that he never went anywhere without his sheep-lined coat. And he has this very faithful dog who is like by his side night and day.
And his wolf costume.
And the wolf costume, yes. So things seem fine for a while.
Cool.
He's there, he's working, everything's good. But then Demler mysteriously disappears.
No.
So weird, right?
Not Demler.
Again, Konecki is like, he quit. He quit and left. But I have this new job opening because Demler, I get the impression that William was a farmhand and Demler was like a sheep herder. He was the guy like out herding
So he was
sheep.
like, you can take his job because now there's a sudden mysterious vacancy.
I need somebody to watch over my sheep that's more immediate. Do you want to have his job?
Wow.
Yeah. So William took Demler's old job and the two of them go out to the sheep camp and they find Demler's dog sniffing at a pool of frozen blood. Konecki attempts to explain that this blood was from a sick ewe that they had killed. They had to put down. But William was like, this is super weird.
No.
This is super weird. Decides to search the shack. And he finds Demler's sheep coat, like the sheep-lined coat.
Dun, dun,
The
dun.
dog is here.
Right.
The coat is here.
The blood is here.
Also that. But like the
That's
two things that he was like, he
crazy.
never leaves without these. So he starts asking questions to Konecki. And when he starts asking these questions, he becomes really defensive. He is berating William for asking too many questions. Why
my
are you asking?
God.
Shut up. You're asking too many questions.
Yeah.
Which is also like a big red flag.
Super innocent.
William immediately tries to quit. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm trying to quit. But he was told that he would have to wait until they were able to find a replacement farmhand.
So what?
But again,
He's killing people. Get out
Right.
of there.
right. But do you appease him for a little bit so maybe you can
No.
make a plan?
I'm going to train
Or
that
do
dog
you
to bite out your neck and then I'm going to leave in the
turn
middle of
and
the
run
night.
and just let this guy kill you like he's killed like literally all of his farmhands.
He can try. I've befriended the sheep. They're on my side.
Well, he's not a herder yet. He just got there. It was his first day.
Okay, well, I'm saying what I would do.
So he tries to quit. He's like,
crazy.
you can quit, but just give me a couple of days to find a new farmhand.
Yeah.
William still has this bad feeling, but knowing that he was likely to be killed next, he
Right.
agreed
Kind of appeasing
to
him.
appease him.
That makes sense.
At that point, Konecki takes the horses, both horses, leaves William to tend the sheep, now to do his job. As soon as he was gone, he waits for nightfall, and William ran through the night to head towards Fort Pierre, where he wanted to catch a train to safety in Iowa.
Okay.
Makes it there. Gets on. He's like trekking miles and miles through the snow,
Right. Oh
like
my God.
to get to a train station. Gets on the train, makes it to Iowa, and immediately wrote the local sheriff to tell him
Good.
about Demler's murder.
Good job, William.
Right?
Nice.
Right?
I thought you were done for, dude.
Now, it's not often that a sheriff gets a letter like this.
Yeah.
About these murder claims, and he was a little skeptical. But he decided to invest anyway because as skeptical as he was, Sheriff Feeney was aware of Konecki's like past weird record and was also aware that Demler had sort of taken off suddenly.
So he's like,
yeah,
I can see if this would be something.
Yes, for sure. So he goes out, he starts questioning Konecki, and he again claims that Demler had quit and left for New York.
Yep.
But the sheriff wasn't convinced and followed up on the claims for 3 days, searching for any new evidence and honestly coming up empty-handed. But then on one of the rides up to the farm, at this, I didn't put this in there, I should have, but it talks about him getting a posse of 6 men to go up to the farm with him. They find these sort of suspicious wagon tracks. It was like there was the one trail and then there was an extra set of wagon tracks where they normally would not be.
Mysterious.
And frankly, this is the same trail that they had been following for 3 days back and forth to the farm and back and forth to town. Like they would probably notice fresh tracks, new tracks, you know, whatever it is. So they followed these weird tracks and further up following the tracks, they discover freshly dug dirt and a small clump of hair. Oh no. But they didn't find anything else.
Oh my God.
3 miles further up the tracks, they find none other than Konecki.
Oh, hey, what's up, dude?
Up super early in the morning, claiming, they're like, that's weird. Why are you here
Go to
so
bed,
early?
Weirdo.
Claiming that he was gathering firewood. He was on the wagon, and they did search the wagon, but they didn't find anything. So they are kind of like, okay, they continue to search the area, the surrounding area.
Yeah.
And discover 2 pieces of Demler's body about 50 feet off of the trail.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ew.
So what appears to have happened is that Demler's body was frozen.
Yeah.
And then chopped to pieces, basically, and hidden out off of this trail.
Thought he was being slick.
Thought he was. Well, I mean, up to this point, he's pretty much gotten away with it.
Right.
So why would now be any different? Yeah. The cause of death, though, was actually a gunshot wound to the head with a pistol and then a second shot again into the mouth and head with a shotgun.
Wow.
Konecki was arrested immediately. And as soon as he was arrested, he contacts his attorney.
Good. I mean, not good.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. His attorneys attempted to get a change of venue because they're like, there's no way he's going to get a fair trial.
Oh, no way.
Out here.
No way.
Especially because he has gotten this reputation for his farmhands mysteriously disappearing.
Yeah. Well, you know, he kind of brought that on himself.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm not saying it's not
No,
his
I know.
fault.
I'm just being sick.
It is fully a fully warranted
No, but I
reputation.
completely understand.
Yeah. And I don't believe he is ever charged in any of those other cases because there's no evidence.
Right.
This is the only time that they had evidence, but it was like kind of assumed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they tried to get a change of venue, but it was unsuccessful. Konecki spent about a year in jail awaiting trial, during which he attempted to escape 3 times.
Okay.
After being disciplined for one of these attempts, Konecki went on a 6-day hunger strike.
Oh, my God.
Like, you're going to punish me? Well, I'm just not going to eat.
They're like, yeah,
Whatever.
right.
He tried to kill himself by eating a bar of soap.
I'm just imagining him in the like prison infirmary, like hiccuping bubbles, like all mad.
You're like,
yeah, that doesn't kill you.
Thought I'd
stupid.
be dead by now.
They boil the lye to make soap. You can eat it a little bit.
God, a little bit.
He probably just
that's
shitted.
true.
Yep.
Okay. See, I was like, well, that's dumb. Of course.
Yeah.
So, but they were making it with lye back then. Okay.
Yep.
That actually makes
I think
little
he would
bit
just
more
have
sense.
like big diarrhea.
Oh, probably.
Because you can't eat, you can't like process it.
Yeah.
But I don't think you die. I think you would just get sick.
No, but he probably thought there was enough in there to poison himself.
He's an idiot.
I mean, no one claimed he was that smart. There was also a second suicide attempt by getting into a fight with 2 other inmates, but instead he just got the shit beat out of him.
Oh my
and had to recover
God.
for a couple of days.
I'm just imagining like he bumps into them. They're like, hey, that's okay. He's like, kill me, kill me.
He's like, oh, sorry. And then just like bumps harder.
Yeah,
I meant to
really.
do this. Ugh. Yeah. So after a while in jail, Konecki does confess to Demler's murder, but he's still attempting to downplay the situation, saying it was in self-defense.
Oh, shut up.
It's all in self-defense.
Whatever.
Can't prove otherwise.
Then tell people what happened.
Minus the dismembering.
Right.
I'm like,
right. So many people do that. And I'm like, no.
yeah, because this came up in like an episode or two ago where it was like, forget the dismembering part of things, but like
Yeah.
the rest of it was self-defense. But don't
It's
worry
like,
about that.
No. I'm not going to forget
Listen, it was self-defense, and then he accidentally got frozen, and then I dropped him.
Oops.
And he just shattered it.
Oopsie.
Because that's how it works,
That
right?
happens sometimes.
That
You know
works
what?
in the cartoons.
You know.
The jury didn't find this compelling either, don't worry.
Good.
Because Konecki was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison to be served in the South Dakota State Penitentiary.
Good.
Konecki went to prison. He goes to prison around 1905. But in 1919, while he was watering the prison lawn, he managed to escape through the gates without being noticed. It was like the gates were opening to let other inmates in to go do their job. And in that moment, he like ran out.
God damn it.
They do. Shortly thereafter, the warden notices that he's gone and attempted to chase him down in a vehicle, which is also kind of a big deal.
Right.
Because vehicles are very new.
Sheriff's coming in his big old paddy wagon.
Honestly, he might have had a better luck with the horse.
Yeah.
Because
he should have brought a dog.
they were, by the time that they got into the car and like
Too late.
he was already like way far ahead. Konecki was traveling in the night times. He manages to completely evade police and he was never seen again.
Wow.
Yeah. The assumption, there was like one report, one potential sighting that they've kind of said like, this is the only thing that is like somewhat solid.
Right.
They saw him a few days later in like, it was in like El Paso or something.
Oh, wow.
So the assumption is that he was heading down to Mexico to get out of the country.
Smart.
But yeah, he served, what did I say? 1905 to 1919.
Now he's dust in the wind.
Yeah, he was never seen again.
He Shawshanked it.
Assuming he's dead now.
He could be alive.
No, there's
and
no
welcome
fucking
in our
way.
next guest.
Yeah, right. There's no way. But yeah. That's
a
the story
good
of
one.
Konecki. Yeah.
What a dick.
What a dick indeed.
Okay, South Dakota, home of the Black Hills and the Badlands, which honestly sounds pretty goth. Which
It does.
I love.
It
I love
does.
it. Have you ever been there?
I have not. So we, like classic Midwest family, we did a lot of traveling to Wisconsin. We did a lot of we did some to Florida, and Iowa, and some Missouri, but basically Midwest.
Yeah.
It wasn't until my later years that we started. I personally started going to like Washington because I have friends in Washington and the East Coast, but we never really did like the West. Thing. So there's a lot in the West that I have never been to.
Me too. We went to, the only reason I've been there is because we went to Yellowstone when I was a kid. So we drove like through it. I remember going to Mount Rushmore and being mad because my like tiny little leftist self was like, that hill belongs to the Native Americans. Why are you carving our presidents on it?
Yeah.
And then I remember going to the Badlands and like running around on all the rocks. And
I will
beautiful.
say, since my parents have done a lot of traveling out there, because they do have like some national park, like the national parks and stuff
It's
out there are
gorgeous.
cool, and I would love to, but no, I have not been.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I think I was like 9.
Yeah.
So it's like I went.
I'd probably enjoy it more now.
For sure. Let's go.
I didn't have a similar appreciation for like nature when I was younger.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah. Anyway.
Understandable. But it turns out this beautiful Western state has got a lot of gnarly murders. We were talking
great.
about that earlier, that it's just like,
Yes.
it has so many.
Yes.
And it's the 5th least populated state. And it has this
Okay.
like super high crime rate.
Yes.
And you were totally right. Way higher than North Dakota.
Yes.
North Dakota is like nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know.
It's so true.
so weird.
Yeah, it's not very dense. It's
No.
not very densely populated at all. Huge
No.
ranches and stuff.
That's true. Huge
Yeah.
swaths of land.
Yes. Huge tracts of land. Yes.
So today I'm covering the Gitche Mantow murders.
Okay.
Do-do-do.
Okay.
So not the 1800s, but like the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So still kind of vintage.
Yeah. Still, I mean, that is definitely vintage.
Yeah.
The 90s are considered vintage now.
Yeah, I
so-
know. I hate that.
I do too.
You know that World of Warcraft video, the Leroy
Yes.
Jenkins? That's 20 years old.
I know.
Like today.
They just celebrated the 20th anniversary of the Black Eyed Peas album. The
Stop it.
You know the one.
Yes,
You know the
the
one.
one.
Head Wears the Love on it.
Yeah.
And let's get it started. Ha! Yeah, that's that album. It had an
Yeah,
elephant
yeah,
on the
yeah,
cover.
yeah,
I can't
yeah,
think of the
yeah,
name of
yeah,
it, but you know what I'm talking about.
Running,
Yeah, that was
and
that. Also
running,
that.
and running.
Okay. Okay. I regret bringing it up now.
Good. Now, thinking about all of these beautiful outdoor scenes, I have to ask you, what do you think of camping?
So that is also something that when I was younger, we did not do a ton of.
Same.
I personally went to camp. Like
too.
I went to Jesus camp, really.
Yeah, I did too.
And I've done some camping in my adult years. I actually kind of like it.
I like
I
camping,
do
too.
enjoy camping.
Yeah.
Just chilling,
Yeah.
drinking,
Yup.
firing,
Yep.
s'moresing.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like I do enjoy it, but we just didn't do a ton of it when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't either.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way. Like, it looks so much fun.
Every once in a while in the right place during the right time of year.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
get
yeah, yeah.
down on some glamping now for sure.
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah.
No, that's the
no
thing.
shame in that.
Like, I'm bringing like a 10-person tent for myself.
Yes.
You guys can come in.
yes.
Sure.
There's no room for you though.
Yeah, get out.
Not to
At
sleep
the end
here.
of the night, good night. Get the fuck out.
Yes.
The last time I went camping, it was kind of a disaster.
Okay.
I think I had to be like 22. It was with like
Okay.
Nate and Jess and everyone. Our camping ground was shared by a bunch of people in campers. So it was not only like tent camping, there were people in like the drivable campers. They were super weird and like territorial. Like they did not like us being there. Like we drove, I remember Jess drove her like little red car
Yeah.
to us, and immediately we'd been there like 5 minutes. We had people on their golf carts come up, be like, "Why are you driving so fast?" Meanwhile, the speed limit's like 5 miles an hour. She's following
Right.
the damn speed limit.
Right.
We're like, we're just setting up, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, well, we have a lot of families here, so
Cool.
if you guys could just make sure to like be super quiet and all that." We're like, "Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
my face! I paid to
Right.
camp on this land.
Right.
Get out of here."
Oh my God.
It was really weird. It was like really tense. It did have bathrooms with showers,
Oh, good.
which was great, but then it poured rain, which was not great.
No.
So someone had brought a vape pen, so we crammed like 7 people into one tent that was filled with cherry flavored smoke.
Nice.
While we like waited out the rain.
Nice. Love that. Love that.
Cute fact, it was actually the first trip I ever took with my now husband. So it was the first time we slept like actual sleeping together. Get your eyebrows out of my face.
Sounds
Don't be
like
gross.
a likely story.
Listen. But we never like actually like napped together.
Yeah.
And so that now we're gonna be sharing a tent. So it's like, oh, cool. I've always had like really bad insomnia. I'm a terrible sleeper. I slept super great.
Yeah.
And I woke up the next morning like, like birds chirping. I'm like, wow. And I go out and everybody else is like so mad because Rob snores like a monster. He snores
funny.
so bad, but it put me to sleep.
Yeah.
Turns out I need white noise to sleep, and I
Oh,
didn't know that.
nice.
So that was the day
And so
I was
I
like,
married him.
I have to marry him.
Yeah.
Because
That's
A,
cute.
no
That's
one
cute.
else will because he's deafening the populace. So I have to scoop him up. And B, he puts me to sleep.
Yeah. I mean, he might have like apnea.
He does.
That he might want to get that. Y'all got kids
should.
now.
No, I
you
agree.
know, like that.
I've been telling
Because
him.
you'd have the white noise of the CPAP machine, which is equal.
You so right. He just snores
Yeah.
like crazy,
Yeah.
like a big old bear. We also went to Applebee's instead of making food.
Nice.
So that was good. But so needless to say, it wasn't like in the rough camping. Like,
Yeah.
it had a pool.
Yeah.
You know, like and
Sure.
it was
Like a
within
KOA.
driving. Yes,
Yeah.
it was like exactly that.
Yeah.
But like this case, they're doing like real 70s camping.
Okay.
Like nothing.
Walking into the woods,
Yes.
pitching a tent.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
So this is right on. So all of the people involved in the story are from South Dakota. The story actually takes place right on the border of South Dakota and Idaho.
Okay.
In this it's a state preserve in the Gitche-Manitow State Preserve.
Okay.
So it's like kind of in Iowa and kind of in South Dakota.
Idaho.
Yeah. Oh no, it is Iowa.
It is that.
It's Iowa, not Idaho.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's right on the border.
Okay.
Of those two.
Okay.
Not Idaho.
Okay. I'm just correcting you with what you just told me, you silly woman. I have to look at a map of the United States now. Hold on.
Stop.
I don't remember what anything is.
No, I know. I always mix up Ohio and another one.
Oh, it does. Okay. It does.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't realize that Iowa
I know, right?
caught the bottom little corner of South Dakota.
I always feel like it's like
Yeah. Oh, no. Idaho's on the
further
other side.
east.
Yeah.
But it's not. I know. I was
Iowa is
confused.
further east?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
agree.
not. I always feel like it's like right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it catches like the bottom right corner of South Dakota.
Yeah. So right on that
Okay.
little overlap, there's
Got
this state park, like the state reserve, and that's
Okay,
where
okay.
they went camping.
Gotcha.
So our campers were 18-year-old Stuart Bade, Bade's 14-year-old younger brother, Dana Bade,
Okay.
17-year-old Roger Essam, and 15-year-old Michael Hadraff.
Okay.
Roger Essam brought with him his 13-year-old girlfriend, Sandra Chesky.
Okay.
It sort of seemed, this was another one where there wasn't like a ton of information about like all of their relationships and stuff.
Sure.
But he had met her at like a movie theater earlier in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of seems like, okay, come on this trip with my friends. Like,
Okay.
come and meet my friends.
Sure.
She didn't
Just a
know
bunch
any
of
of them very well.
teenagers
Yeah.
going camping. Nothing suspicious.
Having fun.
Very teenage of
Very
them.
teenage.
Yes.
And it gets even more teenage. So they drive to the area, they have their tent, they start building a fire, they're getting everything together. And as the night falls, and like I'm sure they're roasting marshmallows
Right.
and stuff, they pull out a marijuana cigarette.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Reefer madness.
I know, which truly, I'm like, that is the best improvement to camping.
Yeah. But also,
Like,
I
come on.
fully expect this.
Yeah, I know.
With a bunch of teenagers in the 70s.
In the middle of nowhere.
Thousand
where it's like,
%.
who's going to find
Right,
them?
right,
Absolutely.
right.
So it's like, yeah, they pull out a little bit of a cigarette.
Yes.
Unfortunately for them, because that sounds like a good-ass time.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately for them, they were sort of overheard by three brothers who were in the woods doing nothing good. Alan,
Creepy.
David, and James Fryer.
So creepy.
David was 24, Alan was 29, James was 21.
It's some real Hills Have Eyes shit.
They look like that.
Oh, no.
They look fucked up and gross.
Oh, God.
They look like their parents were siblings as
Great.
well.
Love that.
Yep.
Love that.
And like, what were they doing out in the woods? I don't know. Fucking around. This was in like kind of a remote area. Like I understand it's a state preserve, but it's like,
Right.
what are you doing there?
Right.
Like you're weird.
Right.
So they were up on like this ridge and they looked down and to me, it seemed like they were for an extensive period of time watching
That's so weird.
the teenagers.
It's so creepy.
Super creepy, watching them set up.
Yeah.
And then they said later they smelled the marijuana and were like, well, we want that. So they went down. Yup. They were like, okay. So they go back to their truck and take out shotguns.
Okay.
Like, we're gonna take this. we're gonna
Jesus,
take
that
this weed. I'm like,
escalated quickly.
It's not expensive. Just buy some.
Well, back then.
Well, but the teenagers afforded it.
Yeah,
you could afford
but they
it.
know somebody. You had to know somebody.
So then ask politely.
It
for
was
their contact.
it was much more complicated in the 70s than it was
I
in the
know.
aughts, and it was complicated in the aughts. Now
I
it's not.
know. Yeah, now it's easy.
Now you
just
forget it was ever illegal.
go into a building that used to be a Burger
Be
King
like, can I get a number 4, please?
with a large Coke.
Yeah. Yep.
So they still up on the ridge, get the shotguns. Oops. I just hit my mic with my hand.
Nobody would have known if you didn't say anything.
I didn't know.
Guess what? Now it's in the podcast for everywhere. Nope, it's in the podcast forever now. Continue.
No. So they're still on this ridge overlooking. They have the shotguns and they open fire. So without ever speaking a word to them.
Wow, that
fire.
escalated super fast.
Super quickly.
Okay.
So they shoot two of the boys. Stuart Bade was at first wounded and fell down, but Roger Essam was killed immediately.
Oh my God.
All of the rest of the teenagers were like, and ran into the woods and ran away.
Yeah.
So this is the time that the Friars, the three brothers, came down from the ridge.
Oh, so they were on the top of the ridge shooting down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they came down from the ridge. It seemed like they had to have known the area pretty well.
Oh, probably.
I'm guessing three little hillbilly boys.
Yes.
Well, men. That they come down from the ridge and they're like, "Hey, we're actually police officers, and we smelled that pot, that marijuana, and you guys are all in trouble." Now, again, there's not a ton of details about this. I think they probably didn't fucking believe them. Like, you're gonna shoot us because we have a little funny cigarette.
Yeah. Also, I don't think that a cop would call it pot.
No.
A cop would be like, your marijuana cigarette or your reefer. You know, they were very like, I don't know, straight edge about it back then. Like, it was very, yeah. I don't think they'd be like, we saw your pot.
We saw it.
Yeah. And also,
Smells
but
good.
yeah, absolutely. They would not like, well, maybe they would shoot first, ask questions later, but
I
not
know.
like that.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Not in the middle of the woods.
No, especially not if they're all white kids.
That was exactly what I was thinking.
Just
and
saying.
they were.
Just saying.
And they were.
Yeah.
So they come out into like the clearing and are like, "Hey, we're cops." And as they sort of like, I think they probably came out because they were like, they're going to chase after us and kill us. There's no way they were like, "Oh my God, they're cops."
Yeah.
No way.
No
I
way.
don't believe that at all.
No.
But they came out. Alan Fryer then shot Michael in the arm.
Okay.
Was, some kind of a confrontation there, and then forced all of them to, they're like, "Okay, we're rounding you up. We're going to walk away." It's going like to their pickup truck.
Okay.
They tie up the 13-year-old girl.
Okay.
They tie her up, put her in the trunk.
Oh God. Okay.
Then who is driving the car? Alan. So the brother Alan got into the truck and drove away. The other two brothers turned and executed the rest of the teenagers.
Oh my gosh.
Shot them all to death.
What?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yup.
Oh my God.
So, and they even went back because remember I said the one Stuart Bade was just wounded.
Yeah.
They went back and shot him.
Oh no.
He was pretty injured, so he wasn't able to move.
What?
So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yup, like over nothing.
That's crazy. That's
super crazy. So poor Sandra. So he's driving her around.
Okay.
She's tied up, terrified,
Right.
absolutely petrified. She has no idea what's going on. She doesn't know that they've all been shot.
Like,
Right, 13 years old. Like the rest of them
my
were
gosh.
teenagers, but she was 13.
Yeah.
Little baby.
Yeah.
She doesn't know that the rest of them have been killed.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure she probably heard the gunshots and.
I don't know how far the truck was away because
but
later,
even still in
I'm
like
sure
a
she
forest,
probably
maybe you don't know specifically what happened, but
right. I'm sure she was like, well, something bad's gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
He drove her to an abandoned farmhouse. He raped her.
Oh no.
And then put her back in the truck. The other two brothers were like coming back from killing everybody else with their other pickup truck. And we're like, what is she still doing alive? You were supposed to kill her. What are you doing? And he was like, oh, yeah, I'll take care of it. And he drove her home.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy? I don't know why.
Whoa.
She said he wasn't nice or anything.
No, but there had to have been some sort of guilt or
I'm
something.
Sure. That's like huge
like
guilt
in there.
Like you'd think even just like drop her off somewhere, but he drove her back to her house.
Yeah.
Like dropped her off home.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. And the whole time she said he kept pretending to be a police officer. Like the whole time. And she was like, I know you're not a fucking cop. Like she didn't say anything, but she was like, you're obviously
That sounds
not a cop.
like some real
weird delusion shit.
Yeah, like there is something deeper
I think so.
going on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the following day, a lovely couple was probably trying to take in the picturesque South Dakota sights, or Iowa sights, whatever. They were visiting from Sioux Falls.
Okay.
And they came across all of the bodies.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So they...
Because of course they didn't hide them. They just left them.
Right.
Yes.
There was one, I think it was Roger Essam. His body was not discovered until the next day. It was probably because he was back at the campground. So maybe he was further in the woods a little bit, but they didn't find him until the next day. But they found them all fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And no, they didn't try to hide anything.
Jeez.
So Sandra had heard, I think she went to school. She went to school and had heard that none of the boys came back. And then she was like, oh, I better go to the
Also,
police.
why are you sending her to school?
I don't know if she told them what happened.
Oh, no.
I mean, think about, and again, there's not a lot of like interviews and stuff with her. Like,
I'm like,
bet,
okay, at least they took her home. She could be like,
help.
yeah, this is what happened, and send police that way. But obviously, if they were discovered.
Right.
Oh,
and
God.
I'm assuming that she didn't believe that they were police because she's not stupid.
Right.
But like she's scared enough. Maybe she did.
Yeah.
And think about it. You're a 13-year-old girl. You're camping with your 17-year-old boyfriend who has weed. They were probably drinking. She probably didn't want to tell her parents. Maybe her parents thought she was at like Susie from algebra class's house.
Right.
So she might have just been like, oh, I don't really know what to do. I guess I'll go to school.
Sure.
And then everyone was like, did you hear that all of these boys died?
Oh my
and she was like, oh, I better go to the police.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad that she went eventually.
Yep. And of course, initially, they did not believe her. They were like, well, that doesn't make sense. So she has this personality, which is probably from trauma, where she's very composed. And they were like, why aren't you crying? You're a girl, ain't you? Why aren't you crying?
Oh, jeez.
And she's like, I'm going to pass a polygraph. And she did.
Good.
So they were like, fuck you.
Oh.
So then they were like, okay, we believe you.
Yeah.
Take us to where this happened. And she's like, I'll take you to the farmhouse.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. I'll show you where that guy assaulted me. So they're driving there a couple of days later. And she's like, okay, we're coming up on it. This is the farmhouse. And right past drives Alan in the truck.
Oh my God.
Who was the one who assaulted her. And she's
What?
like, that's him.
Wow.
That's the guy. That's the guy right there. The end. That's the guy. That's the truck. She said, that's him. That's the boss.
Yeah.
So they immediately pulled him over and arrested him. And within a short time, they were able to apprehend the other two brothers as well.
Whoa.
Now, fucking Alan was like, because they were like, hey, don't kill teenagers. For what? And he was like, they opened fire on us.
No.
And they were like,
That doesn't sound right.
With what? And he was like, oh, good point. So by his...
Also, where are your injuries?
Right.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, so you're fine?
Yeah.
And you had to kill all of them? And he's like, ooh.
And then not report it?
Right. You just went home?
Yeah.
We just went home?
Oh my God.
So by his third interview, he was like, yeah,
We
I
did it.
But then he, quote, tried to justify them by saying the 5 teens had been drinking and smoking marijuana. Like, so what? You killed them?
Yeah.
Get out of here. You have to kill me too.
Him especially. It does sound like there's some sort of like delusion of being a
Grandeur.
savior.
Yeah,
to people,
absolutely.
like wanting to be a police officer and rid
Yup.
evil, like something along those. You know what I mean? Like it's that kind of like
That last guy, the guy I talked about, I think last week, the guy who like had kidnapped the woman and then they found out there were all these dead people in his house.
Oh,
Sean
yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
He had that where he kept talking about like, well, you know, I did kill her, but like, oh, she was really suicidal, so I saved her.
yeah.
It's very that like ego of
Yeah.
like, well, I know what's best for everybody.
Yeah. That had to have been like something
Some
going
mental
on.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So they were all charged. All 3 brothers were arraigned and charged with 4 counts of murder. I don't know why they didn't push it to 5, but I mean, 4 is a lot.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's had to have been an evidentiary
I'm guessing.
thing. Yeah.
So Alan, obviously the court thought the same thing. They were like, something's not quite right upstairs with Alan. So he had to undergo like extensive psychiatric testing so they could see if he was competent to stand trial.
Sure.
And he was. And on May 20th, 1974, he was found guilty of 4 counts of first-degree murder and sentenced to 4 consecutive life terms in prison.
Oh, good.
But then, right after the trial, so that was on May 20th, on June 18th, him and his brother James escaped from the Lyon County Jail.
Oh my gosh.
They stole a car and fled the state.
Oh my God.
They got as far as Gillette, Wyoming.
Okay.
And go back to your map. I don't know where that is.
I know. I'm like, because I'm thinking.
I think they're pretty close together.
Let's see.
Because Wyoming's by like, oh no, that's Idaho again.
I know. This is why I'm like, hold on. I got to let me look at a map.
I'm so bad at geography. I don't know where shit is.
So Wyoming is, well, it's just straight west.
Yeah.
They were just going straight west.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, okay, like Canada would be the play, right? Like to go straight north if you're trying to escape. But no, it's straight west of South Dakota.
Right.
Basically.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So they were just like, bye.
Okay. Well,
way.
all right.
So they got him back.
Oh, good.
And they found them in Gillette, Wyoming, pulled him over. Okay, back to Iowa to face federal charges.
Oh, good.
So James, this brother James, he was determined to have an IQ of like 85.
Okay.
And poor behavioral control, poor impulse control.
Okay.
So he was found guilty, but he was only found guilty of like 3 murders and 1 charge of manslaughter.
Okay.
So he kind of got a little lesser, and I'm assuming it's because of like his intellect.
Yeah.
But he was sentenced to 3 concurrent life sentences.
Okay.
So that's good. I thought this was kind of nice because Sandra Chesker did come and testify, which I'm like, poor little baby.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she was
but
probably
good for
so
good
scared.
for her.
Absolutely. And that really was
speak
like
up.
the linchpin
Right.
to get them
because she would be
jail.
the only witness then.
Exactly.
Other than the
Exactly. I'm sure
brothers.
she was like an incredible witness. But they were going to do a separate trial for the rape, but they were like, they're going to be in jail forever. There's no possibility of parole for any of them.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't want to subject her to another trial.
I get that.
I get that too.
But there is something to be said for like being convicted on that specific.
Absolutely. I think they should have
thing.
done it anyway.
Yeah.
I get that you can't do it like you can't lump it all together.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
but it's like
should be. And also
that's
for
a
doing
hard
that other
call.
thing you did.
Yeah, that's a hard call because she was so young.
So young.
When all of this is happening.
Poor baby.
That you don't want to like re-traumatize.
Right.
I don't know. That's a tough call.
They certainly tried because in 2016, David Fryer was like, hey, can you actually give me possibility of parole? And Sandra Chesky had to drag her middle-aged ass all the way back and be like, no.
Yeah. I mean, good
can't.
for her. Because also hopefully by this time she's had therapy and
Absolutely.
like.
She I think just wrote a book or did like an interview.
Yeah.
I'll have to link it. I saw it.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's good.
Yeah. Good for her.
They're all still alive.
Okay.
Alan is at Anamosa, Iowa.
Okay.
And the other 2 brothers, David and James, are at Fort Dodge Correctional Facility, also in Iowa. So they're not all together, which I think is smart because 2 of them fucking tried to flee.
Yeah.
So don't put them together.
Yeah. That they normally won't, at least for a certain period of time. Like Menendez brothers weren't together until
true.
What, very recently?
Very recently.
Yeah.
I think like
just like a year or 2
couple of years ago. Yeah. Which I'm glad they're
so
together.
I'm not surprised. I mean,
Me neither. Because like, don't escape.
yeah.
They're all in prison to this day.
Good.
And that was the Gitche Manitow murders.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What a crazy story.
Wasn't that crazy?
That was. Well, before you decide to take a vacation to South Dakota, why don't you check out this podcast?
Do it.
Murder Road Trip is a true crime podcast where I, your host Haley, discuss murder cases in my car, aka the Mobile Beats Lab. Join me and my partner in crime, H.H. Gnomes, on the road. There will be games, mixtapes, and snacks as I make the research journey to murder scenes around the world. Make sure to check your back seat, and I'll see you at the next rest stop.
That has been our episode for this week.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts before we wrap up here?
You know, we were talking about like the appeal of camping.
Yes.
And that story made me not want to go camping. anymore. I don't.
Well, not in like the middle of a forest, like a state forest. That's not like a campground.
And I'd bring Rob with me.
Yeah, true. We are friends with a lot of like big guys.
Yeah, we are.
Like ex-football players.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, we're friends with those guys. So I'm fine with that.
Don't fuck with
because
us.
like Rob and Jeff and Zach, like they would all fuck some people up.
We're good. We just have to bring our best. So if you're going camping, make sure
bring our
you're
best
friends with
friends.
a lot of hunks and take them with you.
Yes. If you enjoyed this episode, you can find more like this at badtastepodcast.com. Our sound and editing is by Tiff Fullman. Our music is by Jason Zakshevsky, the Enigma. This has been the Bad Taste Crime Podcast. We will see you in 2 weeks. Goodbye. Toodaloo.
Left their bodies on the hillsides along the highway. It was as if a wave of evil washed over this town.